Welcome back to another episode and a session with them Dennis boys. It's your boy B.
Debo.
EJ.
All right, we're gonna start off talking about that victory we got yesterday with the LA Rams, man.
It's Victory Monday.
Yeah, Victory
Yes,
Monday.
yes. Watched all the shows today.
Yes,
True,
indeed.
True.
Even though Keyshawn still was hating.
Man, he always find a way, don't
He a hater.
he? Yeah,
He
hater.
still hate. Hey, that's what he do, man. That's what he do. He act like he never played for the Cowboys.
At first, I thought Richard Sherman was
He
bad.
had to provide some balance.
Yeah, he reaching. He reaching.
He be
Yeah,
reaching.
he showed the truth. He showed a lot of his colors today.
Yeah, I ain't never been a fan of his anyway.
Yeah.
He different.
Hey, Michael Irvin did good though. Michael Irvin called him out on a lot of stuff.
Fact.
He was like, he said, "What did you just said last week?" Like
he was a lot of BS though. He was calling a lot of BS though.
Yeah,
it was no valid points, man.
But to his credit, he did pick us to win.
Yeah, I mean,
who didn't?
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I expect to go
Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman.
What did he say? I can't remember what his prediction was.
Sherman.
What did he say?
I don't know what his prediction was.
I can't remember what the prediction was either. But no, man,
it doesn't. With Richard Sherman, it doesn't matter. If it's about the Cowboys, 9.5 times out of 10, it's going to be a negative.
Oh yeah,
Raticide.
Yeah,
I don't know why we never did that.
But when we win like we win, he got to give us our props. He gave us our props.
Yeah.
Reluctant.
Well, he had some light 10 on them props. He didn't. He said the very minimum.
That's what they do.
Expected.
Very minimum. This one word or two short of a real compliment. They ain't gonna do that.
So what's some highlights, some standout moments in the game that y'all wanna
Well, you can't go without talking about Mr. Bland. I mean, he popping these days. We worry about Trayvon Diggs, and we had the answer. Not Allen Iverson, but the other answer.
Right.
I mean, that's why. I wasn't tripping when Diggs went there. I was. Just because of depth issue, but I knew that wasn't gonna be a big hold because Bland was sitting right there, and then Jordan Lewis just happened to be coming back that same week. So
yeah.
I hate the Diggs gone, man, but Bland is he legit.
Filling in admirably.
He legit. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Trayvon probably a 9.5, and I probably give Bland probably a good 8.5. Until I really see him be consistently. Yeah,
right there.
For sure.
Hey, while my boy out, he might dump them numbers up.
Yeah, I mean, the time was there. You might would have saved a little dollars if Trayvon would have got hurt a little sooner. For real. Probably could have saved a little dollars, but Trayvon balled last year though.
Yeah, he did. He deserved what he got though.
He did. Yeah, he turned the corner. Yeah, I think he's super elite. He cemented himself into the league conversation.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who else? Who else you got on your mind?
Shoot, let's talk about the big man on campus. Dak Prescott.
There you go.
He started out a little shaky.
I'll straight to that.
Yeah.
Sacks. 3 sacks.
I ain't know which way he was going.
Right. Yeah, we ain't know which way. I was like, here we go again. I was like, okay,
but defense woke him up. Defense woke things up.
But you know what? I'm looking forward to the game and to the day where we can stop feeling that way about that. Where we can stop sitting on the edge of our seat and trusting the man. Say, this is our quarterback. He can do the job.
I mean, we do that now.
It's a slippery slope.
Not talking about me per se, but those other people. Y'all know who they are.
It's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery. I mean, every team, every fan base is critical of their quarterback. I mean, it's a quarterback. They get paid the big bucks. It comes with it. We can't do all this money. We gotta have high expectations. Your salary high expectations. They come hand in hand.
But with Dak, it's a little bit more because of what you guys got on your chest right there.
Yeah, because the star is it. It's bright.
As I say, the lights are bright. You know what I mean? Like you're always gonna be talked about in any conversation, like you got to be focused in at like at any moment. Like,
but we can say that, right? Mm-hmm. We can say that, and we understand that, but we don't apply that to him whenever he's not at his top. We don't recognize the fact that he's under that shining star, that spotlight. Who did? Somebody had. Oh, the analogy today was Brock Purdy and the kind of game he had yesterday. And who was that? I can't remember who said it, but he said, "You can't tell me that if Dak Prescott had had Ryan Clark." He said, "You can't tell me if Dak Prescott had that kind of day, we will be blasting him all up and down the airways." Brock Purdy did it. You barely heard a pin drop.
Right. 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
3 weeks straight. And you can't say injury. You can't say injury because we got injuries.
But that's been the case for every quarterback that's ever played for Dallas Cowboys.
Correct.
So he can't be the exception to the rule. Romo, come on, Romo probably the most scrutinized quarterback ever. Come on, think about it now.
Well, he's about to lose that Monica to Dak Prescott.
Yeah, he's tapping on his heels.
But when we look back on it, what we say about Romo, if he ain't get injured, we probably would have had a Super Bowl.
If he had the team around him, and Romo never was privileged to have a defense nowhere near what
right.
The 1 year the Packers that year
we had a solid, but they weren't elite like this. They were great, they were good, but the team defense we have now is like.
Of course, this is a different level for sure. Yeah. Like this is something we probably haven't seen. Yeah. I mean, I know I haven't. You know what I mean?
Nah. Where we able to check down there every box on, every level, we got pretty much those holes pretty much covered.
Correct.
A deep tackle issue hasn't really been an issue. They've cleaned that up. Also seem like you
guys have seen it. You just may not remember a lot of it, but y'all old enough to see it. Y'all saw it back in the day.
No, I'm talking about in recent history. Yeah, back in the day. Now, we know what it looked like, so that's why we know to call it out.
I mean, for me to be old enough to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's different when maybe you actually able to analyze and know what's going on. Like, like we actually know now, like, this is something special we got.
Back.
Can't argue that point.
Special. Offensive, let's go a little more in depth about Dak and his performance and the playmakers.
Well, I mean, we can't. We off the top of the head, you got to give CD his props.
Sedarian is looking like the number one that we've been looking for.
Yeah, he just was popping yesterday everywhere, all over, and Dak was getting in the ball.
And you got to give props to the offensive coordinator and Mike McCarthy for moving them around, making adjustments. That's good.
And especially moving Dak around. That was huge. That was the play makes yesterday. All the plays yesterday was Dak moving his route, giving the receivers a chance to get open. Things happen. When you move, things are gonna happen. Something's gonna open up because they can't guard you for so long. Somebody's gonna be open somewhere.
I think with Dak, he just started the game a little slow. He's trying to fill the team out. But before he filled them out, he done been sacked 2 or 3 times already. Like, man, you got to move. So I guess it woke him up on that next possession.
To be fair, now there were a couple of situations he didn't stand a chance. I mean, they were.
Yeah, but he also sees the pressure. He also sees the pressure. Is what I'm telling you. Blind side, no, you can't see that. But it's a couple. The two of them I know for a fact. He saw the pressure in front of him and he didn't even move. He reacted so late.
That first sack. That what's the guy name that's playing that in place of Tyron?
Doba.
Yeah, whatever. Doobie Doo.
We ain't gonna talk about now that he hurt. So.
Hey,
he in and out of there.
In and out.
Hey, the first sack, he was just like,
That was
you looking for a quarterback? He right over here.
Like he ain't know the game had started.
Exactly, man. He ran by him like
we on.
Right. Man,
that was like
overall, the line did a great job.
They did.
They had that tip, and I admit Dak had a couple that he probably should have seen, But overall, I give the line probably a good B plus on their overall job, and I get Dak about the same on his performance yesterday.
Yeah, he got to help them out just as much as they got to help him. Like they got to go 50-50, definitely.
But we're doing it now. You know, he's moving now, so we have to look at things in a different light now in terms of what our prospects are.
Right.
Tell me how y'all feeling about the line and their performance blocking for passing versus running, and how glaring of a difference that is.
I just think they're lazy. I'm just be real, because I feel like with running, it's because they got to move a little more. And with pass blocking, you ain't moving but 5 to 10 yards, depending on who pass rushing. And if you're strong enough, of course, you can just hold them up. So I just think it's lazy. It's just the young boys like Tyler Smith, they'll move. They move around. They get out there, be at it. They'll move.
Yeah, I know Tyler get to that next level. He'll get to the next level.
But in terms of the older guys, I feel like they're just being lazy. I mean, they're trying to walk out the career. So I mean, you gotta kind of look at it from both.
But that's being allowed, and when you see that that's being allowed, that falls back on the coach. You got to get your players ready. You got to demand a certain level of performance from them, play to play.
I mean, you as a coach, you can talk to your face turn blue, but ultimately, them got some grown men.
Yeah.
They got to decide ultimately they going to go up and do what they're supposed to do.
That pine speaks a little louder, though. That pine speaks a little louder.
That checkbook speak a lot louder.
Right.
The pine will translate into a shortened checkbook.
And speaking of that checkbook,
Jerry speak louder than all them above, all the above.
Speaking of that checkbook, I need some of that money back from Tyron that he robbing us for.
I need some of that money back. Tyron earned his money, man. I can't.
Man, he don't play. He do not even play.
He a lot of miles on him.
He deserved that too. He deserved that.
I am so sick of seeing him on the sideline. I am sick of seeing him on the sideline.
I think we all are, but I mean, that man's giving up a lot of blood for this team.
Hey, this is an organization.
He played through injuries.
He sacrificed with the contract he took.
It's a business, man. It's at the end of the day, I get what y'all are saying, but it's a business. I don't want to hear that about he earned this, he earned that. You earn stuff by doing what? Working, right?
So, Coach,
how you working? You on the sideline.
So what you say?
We need.
What you say what you do with him?
I've been saying this for a couple of years. We need to cut him. We do. We need to get rid of him. Yes, we need to get rid of him. He's been robbing us for years.
It ain't Tyron Smith just walking around the street like that.
Exactly.
Go try to find him. Go try to find him.
Bruh. He's trying to find a left tackle, left and right.
You can't tell me that.
Man, just his size and strength alone commands respect. And his speed when he's healthy.
So you telling me other good linemen's not coming out of college?
Oh, they might be.
Like they
ain't gonna be like Tyron Smith was.
Checking out on elite levels like that.
Man, but what is he doing?
Give me Tyron Smith now over probably a third of the linemen coming out.
Yeah, but
his
guess
size,
what?
his speed, his strength. That man, that's you know how big he is? How massive he is? His arms are the size of my thighs.
His body just failing him, unfortunately. But when he's on
when you're that size, you're gonna have some problems like that. But again, you kind of move it around every week, pushing around 350-pound linemen.
Yeah. And this goes back to that's just the same thing we said about Romo. We're like he ain't playing, but he getting all this money. We felt the same way then too. So guess what? What we do? When he got hurt the last time? What we do? Guess who our quarterback now?
Jack. But that was like what? We had a fourth round, right? That was fourth round.
Fourth round. I mean, that's
not a threat. You look at if Romo never got hurt, then what?
You found a diamond in the rough, man. That was
the last. No, that was supposed to be a first round draft pick. That was supposed to be a first round draft pick.
That's true. Yeah.
It wasn't no hidden gem. He was who he was.
But
he was drafted in the fourth round for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
My point. He turned his life around.
And that's what I'm saying.
He even got in trouble.
If you even bro, we've seen people who have character issues, character flaws. He didn't kill nobody, nothing like that. But if you're still gonna get drafted where you're supposed to get drafted at. You know what I mean? Like if you got it, you gonna still get drafted where you're supposed to.
But his draft stock only dropped is because of the last incident. It wasn't because of what he did before that. The last incident, remember at the at the combine.
What happened at the combine? I don't know about that. I can't remember that. What was that?
He got possession. He had possession of weed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was at the combine, right?
Okay.
So that's why his stock dropped.
Yeah, but if you know Dak now, if you know Dak now, what you know about Dak now, and then you transpose that with that what you just said, right. It's like night and day of the kind of person you know him to be now.
Absolutely,
he's like a quiet boy now.
Cameras,
you would never, if you didn't know that about him, the way he is now, you would never have guessed either guy.
Yeah, you would never know.
The fight, he got in the fight down there. Down at whatever.
Yeah, down at
Daytona Beach.
What's that? What beach? Down at the beach.
Daytona, right?
Yeah, Daytona.
Daytona. Okay. Yeah,
Daytona.
Yeah. Wherever they had the big party.
Yeah, he got laid out too, didn't he?
Spring break. Yeah, he got knocked out.
He got slept.
Yeah, he caught one.
Well, sleeping down now. He taking down in the middle of the day.
Yeah, he had 1 2 minutes. It would have looked like.
Yeah, he probably drunk.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, man, my boy CD though. I want to talk about CD. I gotta get CD his proper props, because I hope this is a trend going forward. Because the boy got it. The boy got the sauce. He got the juice. He gives us what we need offensively. He sets a tone. When you get him involved early like that, it gets that comfortable, and it gets that offense, that boost, that adrenaline rush, that go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If we do that continuously, I think that might eventually open that run game up. I don't know what we need to do, like switch up the zone blocking or something. I don't know, but CD is the way for us to go. And Ferguson, man, I think Ferguson they starting to pick up his targets too, though. But then when you start picking him up and getting his confidence built, and
I want to see. I personally want to see a little bit more number 3. We know what 88 can do, but we didn't pick up number 3 for no reason at all. Yeah. I think once we start getting him incorporated, getting him, on them slants and those on deep routes like he ran yesterday for that touchdown, I thought we just forgot he was on the roster because he seemed like the forgotten man there for.
Yeah, I didn't like that, but now the last couple games they've gotten him in the fold, man. Right. You can see how dynamic he can be. He can be even more dynamic. You just give him the ball and let him just go to work. Like he liked that.
Yeah, he working for my fantasy team too. We need to keep him involved.
True.
I know. I had him on bench for a few weeks there, with nothing happening. Yeah.
So I mean, do y'all feel like we about to be pass heavy now?
Nah, I think we go with whatever we got. Like if the run is working, we feel the run out first.
That's true.
Yeah, we feel it out first. Even if we start out passing, we still feel the run out just to see if it's gonna work.
Yeah, and we finally got a Pollard sighting going on the outside. Finally,
I'm glad you brought that point up, because we either need to give Rico Dotto some more carries, or we need to plug somebody in there behind Pollard, because he's not a Zeke type back where we can pound up in that line like that.
No,
either you give Dowdle the required number of backup rep, much like Pollard was doing for Zach. Zeke, you got to have another back. And I mean there was even short yardage situations that we had just ran Pollard a couple times. That's what you got a Rico Dotto for. He hits the hole hard. Don't have him and not use him. And I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with Vaughn, but
the issue too is I really think it's because a lot of these teams are putting like 7 and 8 in the box. It's because we had success against the Rams, because we started out throwing the ball, having success, and then they had to take people out of the box and said they only had 6 or 7. which will make it easier to run.
True.
So I just think that's really been the issue. People stacking the box and playing us man-to-man on the outside.
That's real. Yeah.
You think that's the reason for that is because they know us as a quote-unquote run-first team?
Yeah, you mean you put it out there in the media? You told the media you want to run the ball. So guess what? That's what I'm going to go practice. I'm going to go practice stopping and running. Because obviously I don't trust the quarterback. That's the message they sent.
I mean, that's what that does. That sends that message. But I think they also are, like most of the league is doing now, they're substituting the run for those short passes now.
Right.
And which is we built for that. All our receivers are able to catch and run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's not a bad idea. Huh?
They can get Turpin. They get Turpin some more touches on the outside. I think we're gonna be golden.
Turpin looking good, man. He's starting to get more some burners. He
got some burners, man.
That boy he can make some plays for us, man. Like he can be big for us in the playoffs, man. They go ahead and incorporate him like regularly in the offense.
Right.
And, along the lines of that, talking about the offense, I got to give McCarthy his props. He adjusted.
Yeah.
Week over week, he adjusted. I mean, major adjustments. And,
you think it's him or you think it's Schottenheimer?
I can't make that call.
Probably.
I don't know. I ain't behind the scenes. I can't tell you. And look here, whoever it is, I'm grateful. I don't care. Y'all can assign the responsibility however you want it, but I'm grateful. I just want to see change.
I'm gonna look into that though. I want to listen to more Brian Schottenheimer interviews. His press conferences he had.
Yeah. Now I know he got a stamp on it, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm sure he got
collaboration. It might be Schottenheimer, man. You never know. Whoever it is, I'm thankful, grateful, and all the above.
Absolutely.
Right.
So what y'all think about this NFC rivalry coming up this weekend? You damn Eagles.
I think we can beat them. I feel pretty confident we can beat them. I think that they're a good team. They're one step short of being a great team. But I think we can compete at that level, and I think we will compete at that level this weekend, especially coming off the kind of win we just had. That was a perfect victory over the perfect team for us to be going into a game like this with, because it had all different kind of parameters to it, all different kinds of aspects that came into play. So if we had needed a tune-up for that game this upcoming week, this past game was it. So I feel good about our chances. And I also know.
What do you think that one thing you said they were missing to make them a great team? What is that one thing? I'm curious to see what you say.
Right now is a healthy Jalen Hurts because he's hurt.
Yeah,
he's hurt. He's not running like he was.
Nah, that tush push was missing some tush.
Yeah, a whole lot of tush. You can tell he didn't even attempt as many runs as he did before.
That's glaring, and that's big for them.
Yeah. And but they're scoring points, but on the flip side, they're giving up a lot of points.
Yeah, and if they play around with us how they've been playing with the last couple teams, we definitely gonna beat them.
Hey, defense on defense, I'll take our defense over theirs.
Absolutely.
Right now, for sure. I think Slay is out. I think Slay out too.
Yeah, they've been having injuries. Yeah, they've been having injuries.
You want to chime in, Debo first? Go ahead.
I think our biggest thing is not turn the ball over. We don't turn the ball over, we'll definitely beat them. I mean, no question about it. It's just like I said, if they come out and play us how they've been playing Commanders and all them other teams that they've been playing around with last couple weeks, we'll definitely get them a rude awakening also.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
And our team morale, man, woo, man. What they gonna play?
I just said yesterday is a blueprint for us beating them because we clicked on all facets of the game. Nothing was lacking yesterday.
Right.
That's the blueprint. Plus, we now will be comfortable doing the things that we did to win that game yesterday. We opened up a whole new area of opportunity for our team that we weren't doing all year, win or lose. We opened up a whole new area of opportunity. The defense has been, pretty much consistent. We don't give up a lot of points, with the exception of that game with the 49ers. I mean, that was a fluke to be.
Right.
That didn't find us by any means. We just weren't ready for them.
But like we're seeing across the league now too is everybody has a bad game. And that's why it's hard for me to listen to these analysts because they try to judge y'all for one game. Yeah, it was against the 49ers. Whoop-de-doo. But guess what? That game is out the window now. Like, it wasn't a playoff game. We got a whole nother chance. Like, they just wrote us off after that game.
I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. That seemed like the case. They just seemed that game to them defined us as a team. They made a big mistake in assuming that.
And all the top teams has lost to what you would call a lower tier team this year. Look at the Chiefs. Chiefs lost to the Broncos. That's the worst team in the league right now. Like they morale so messed up. How do you you probably looking like how do you lose to him? Like, so that's why I say everybody has a bad day. Everybody has a bad day.
I think the core reason why I think we're gonna beat them losing both coordinators, losing two coordinators at one time like that, especially great ones like they had.
Yeah,
that's hard to recover from. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna take you a whole nother year at least.
But they recovered though. They're winning. They only lost one.
Yeah, they're winning because of talent. But
that's it.
How it look. They haven't played no top dog. This is their first measuring stick. We already had one. We already got hit in the mouth by 49.
Right.
So this is their first real test. And how they looking versus how we looking is two different things. Like, we probably got the most dominant victories in the league. You know what I'm saying? The ones we have. We got two bad, ugly ass losses, but we got 5 other great wins. You know what I'm saying? Like, how it looks. You know what I'm saying? Like, Eagles don't. I mean, they put up some points, but it still hasn't looked great. Like, you watched the game in Washington yesterday. Them boys really lost that game.
All right, absolutely.
They play that way against us that week. It's night.
Exactly.
It's night.
Exactly.
Yeah, for real. But that's the root of the reason why it doesn't look the way it's supposed to look like last year. Like, those were great coordinators, and once you lose those, it changes everything. It's kind of like I was always saying, like Kyle Shanahan when he was with the Falcons. Once he left there,
he
took everything with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, change the culture.
It changes the culture. Like, it changes everything. Like, when you got a greatness like that,
that's why the Chiefs don't look the same.
And that's why we're blessed for Dan Quinn. Like, Dan Quinn, like he's a great defensive coordinator.
Right.
That's probably with the head coach money.
Because he's worth it. So what he does is head coach quality work. You know what I mean? I don't know how he would do head coaching now. That'll have to be seen. But I hope he stays right where he at. You know what I'm saying?
We about to be.
They can put another offensive head in there.
But check this out. We about to be 8 games in, right? Into the season. And we've been through a lot. We've heard a lot about the Cowboys downing us, saying they ain't who we thought we were and all this and that. And when you look at the numbers, guess who's right back in the thick of things?
Right there.
We ain't went nowhere.
Right.
We didn't go nowhere. We still here. Bring it.
Yes, sir.
And on that note right there, we're going to wrap this up. Y'all come check us out on Whiskey Wednesday. We're going to have some guests with us, to liven this thing up a little bit.
Yes,
what y'all boys got some closing remarks y'all want to leave them with?
Hey, man, see you on Whiskey Wednesday.
Looking forward to that Whiskey Wednesday. It's the first one. Guarantee it's going to be on and popping.
Yes, indeed.
Sure. We got some characters. For sure. All right, y'all have a good night. We'll holler at you.
Have a good one.